Alright, what's going on YouTube? This is going to be a Graurl synergy guide. So the biggest thing with Graurl is there's a lot of potential with Graurl, right? The biggest thing with Graurl is that it sells for 90% of its total as a base unit at any time, right? So it allows you to shift into larger units, shift into units such as Windhawk, Infiltrator, etc. early game. King Claw is a pretty good damage dealing tank. And then Ocean Templar is a great unit for late game scaling, right? It's really kind of nice in general though. In the most recent patch they made it so that the upgrades of King Claw and Ocean Templar don't sell for 90% anymore, so that's something to keep in mind. At one point, they could at any time be sold for 90%. Now it's just the base one. I think the main things you can really look at, though, is that Grarl on 1 will hold. You can go 4 workers, then you can drop a Windhawk or an Infiltrator and upgrade them on 3, and you'll hold 3 no problem whatsoever. Right? That's kind of an option with Grarl. It gets you a good early game unit, a good early game lead, etc. You can also do Grarl into, Ocean Templars, Fire Lords, Avengers, even Egg, right? It's kind of tough to say really what's best. It kind of depends on what you think is best. Ocean Templar, though, a thing that not many people realize is it gives you 20% damage reduction from all magic damage. It makes units such as Egg, which are natural, Boar, which is fortified, even Swift units a lot less weak on like 14, 15, and 20, etc. And it also gives them regeneration. So if you put it on a big unit such as, Haven, Boars, anything like that, you get a lot of value out of it. If you put them on gates, gates are phenomenal usages for Ocean Templar. Ocean Templar gives them regeneration, which means the gate gets more spawns out, gives the units regeneration so they don't die as quickly, and it also gives them magic damage. How should I say? It makes them take less magic damage, right? So they're not as bad on 14 or 15 when you're going to potentially need them mid-game, and it makes them scale. You have something like King Claw does slams. It's in a similar vein to Boar, but the nice thing with King Claws are they also do like continuous damage, right? If you have them as a mid tank and doing a half tank on it, something like an Ocean Templar around it, it's pretty solid. I think Graurl is a decent lock-in because it has a lot of avenues for growth. It helps you out in the mid-game. You can sell a Graurl to shift for a Millennium on 7. You can have a bunk out on 7 or 8. You can have a lot of potential to scale with this unit. It also allows you to hide things, right? You don't got to shift as much. Because of the selling aspect, Graurl is kind of weak for its gold cost, right? It doesn't have nearly as much health as other units in this tier 3, tier 4 price range. But that resale value makes it a lot better than it would be to, like, let's say, just drop a couple Windhawks or drop something else in this same situation. I think Graurl is a great unit. I think it has a lot of potential and opportunities for you to get into mid to late game, and I think makes almost all tanks better, right? You get better damage mitigation, you get more damage, magic armor, whatever you want to call it. You get more usefulness on those late game units, and it's honestly a pretty solid pure damage dealer with the Ocean Templar and a pretty decent impact damage unit in general. You get that slam, you get the slowdown, its ability damage, it scales with a lot of other units. I think it's pretty nice. It's good for early game, good for late game, however you want to go about it. I think Graurl is a great tier 4, and that's kind of it. This is a quick one. If you guys have questions about, should I go Graurl into Millennium, Graurl into whatever, drop them in the comments, and I can do my best to give you like a very, very brief overview of why I think a certain thing is good or bad. depending on if a thing gets a buff or a nerf in the future, these might change, so I try to keep it pretty basic here. If this helped you, like, subscribe to my channel, comment if you need something else explained, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.